Imagine biting into a scoop of creamy vanilla ice cream, its rich, sweet flavor melting on your tongue. Or sipping a frosty Coca-Cola with that secret hint of something special. That magic ingredient is none other than vanilla, the second most expensive spice in the world, costing up to $500 a pound. But how does a tiny seed from a delicate orchid become the flavor America loves in everything from milkshakes to cookies? Let's dive into the incredible journey of vanilla, straight from the jungles of Mexico to your dessert bowl. To produce vanilla, farmers must hand-pollinate 40 million orchid flowers that bloom only one day a year. Only then will a vanilla pod grow, the pod that holds the precious seeds used to make delicious ice cream. But how does a tiny seed become one of the most prized spices on Earth, and how over 500 tons of vanilla are produced every year? This stunning landscape in southeastern Mexico is known as the Vanilla Region. At its heart lies Papantla, a picturesque town that serves as the main commercial and cultural center for cultivating this exquisite spice. Its sweet, rich, and captivating aroma made it so famous that it became known as the city that perfumed the world. Here, vanilla is still grown the traditional way, using techniques passed down for generations by Totonac farmers. Thanks to the constant warmth, humidity, and generous tropical rains, the soil here is incredibly fertile, perfect for producing the world's finest, most aromatic vanilla. For centuries, vanilla could only be cultivated in this region. The reason? A tiny insect called the Melipona bee, the only creature capable of pollinating vanilla flowers. This bee, native to Mexico, is the key to the natural miracle that gives birth to vanilla. When the flower opens, the Melipona, drawn by its fragrance, performs the pollination. Once the flower is pollinated, it dies and the fruit begins to develop. From pollination to a fully mature pod ready for harvest, it can take 8 to 12 months. But the vanilla scent we all know only appears after a long and complex drying and curing process. Vanilla is the only edible fruit of the orchid family, which is the largest family of flowering plants in the world. But it can't grow on its own, so farmers use orange trees as natural supports for the vines to climb. In this region, they must pollinate millions of orchids by hand, since the flowers bloom only for a single day. Only through this process will the vanilla pod begin to form, filled with the seeds and oils that flavor desserts and drinks around the world. Many farmers still work by hand, pollinating hundreds of flowers each day. When a flower opens, it stays open for just a few hours, so the farmer has to act fast. Using a small stick, they gently lift the thin membrane separating the pollen from the stigma, the female part of the flower, then press them together so the pollen sticks. That's how the flower is fertilized and the pod begins to form. It only takes a few seconds per flower, but it demands skill, precision, and perfect timing to ensure a good harvest. After pollination, the flower withers and a small green capsule, the vanilla bean, begins to grow. Over the next 8 or 9 months, it slowly grows to about 6 to 10 inches, remaining a bright green color. Its fragrance is still absent, as the aromatic compounds haven't yet developed. During this stage, the plant needs warm weather, constant humidity, and partial shade to grow evenly. Harvesting happens just before the pod starts splitting at the tip, the sign of perfect ripeness. The pickers must hurry, because once picked, the beans start fermenting immediately. They're quickly collected into sacks of about 40 pounds each. In this region, raw vanilla sells for around $110 per kilo, but in the United States, it can reach up to $500. From there, the pods are sent to the Gaia Vanilla processing plant, which produces over 30 tons of vanilla each year. This is top-quality vanilla, fully matured on the plant, rich in seeds and essential oils. The seeds, often called vanilla caviar, are the hallmark of high-grade vanilla, but not all pods mature at the same time, so workers must sort them by hand, separating the pods from their stems before sending them down the processing line. Any split pods are set aside, and machines clean only the best of the harvest. Once cleaned, the green pods are carefully placed in cedarwood boxes, sorted by length. Then begins a long and delicate drying process, designed to bring out the sweetness and aroma. It all starts in large gas-heated ovens, which can reach 70 degrees Celsius. Fresh vanilla beans are still alive, so they continue to ripen and release seeds. But direct heat could ruin their flavor, so workers cover them with moist wool blankets. This keeps the air warm and humid, allowing the pods to slowly bake without drying out. After heating, the beans are transferred to large boxes, where they ferment in their own natural moisture. As they ferment, water evaporates, and the vanilla aroma begins to intensify. To prevent the pods from rotting, they're exposed to brief periods of sunlight each day, helping excess surface moisture evaporate. The sun draws water out of the beans, and more importantly, enhances their fragrance. Every morning, rows of vanilla pods are laid out in the sun, and every afternoon, they're brought back inside for the night, and this daily sun-drying ritual continues for 3 whole months. Over this time, the pods gradually turn a rich dark brown and develop that unique, sweet, complex vanilla scent. After this long process, they've lost about 80% of their moisture and are nearly dry. Then they're graded by size using wooden rulers. But even now, vanilla has a dangerous enemy: mold. If not removed, a single infected pod can ruin hundreds of others. After sorting out the spoiled ones, the remaining beans are stored to rest and develop flavor for up to a month. From harvest to finished product, the entire process takes about 5 months, which explains why vanilla is the second most expensive spice on earth, right after saffron. Finally, the vanilla is distributed worldwide, and some of it even reaches ice cream makers in the UK. They use only Mexican vanilla to create rich, creamy ice cream with a natural, sweet flavor and velvety texture. The seeds are mixed with milk and left to steep for 12 hours, allowing the full flavor to infuse. The mixture is then gently heated, letting the oils and aromatic compounds dissolve. Next, they add 200 egg yolks, 5 tubs of cream, and 18 kilos of superfine sugar. It's cooked to 72 degrees Celsius to pasteurize it, then cooled to prevent bacterial growth. After resting overnight, the flavors blend beautifully before it's filtered out of the tank. Finally, it's churned into smooth, creamy vanilla ice cream, cooled to 5 degrees below 0 Celsius in an Italian ice cream machine. Before packaging, every batch is taste tested by expert tasters. Once approved, it's frozen and ready to be sold. The favorite flavor of ice cream lovers around the world. From sundaes to soda, vanilla is America's flavor sweetheart. It's the creamy base of your ice cream cone, the secret kick in your Coke, and the warm note in your grandma's cookies. Next time you enjoy that sweet, velvety taste, think of the Mexican farmers, the Melipona bees, and the months of care that brought it to you. Vanilla isn't just a spice, it's a labor of love, straight from the heart of Mexico to your plate. If you want to know how gelatin is made, watch the video on your screen, and please like the video if you enjoyed it and share it with someone who might be interested. Also, subscribe to this channel by activating the notifications to continue learning. Thanks for watching.